are you having for breakfast?
Wars. It is really tough to figure out how, everyone's in a hurry. I guess you got to pre-plan if you're a planner, great for you, but it's like usually a grab and go situation for back to school breakfast. Like you're trying to get off to school. So we are asking you at 37530, our text, and our phone number 713-390-KRBE. What is the best breakfast for school mornings? You're feeding your kids and getting them out of there.
I think you want to give them something that's not going to have them getting a sugar crash by second period, and you're just...
All right, well, we don't need to take the
saying-
first caller then.
But you were saying your mom used to make a huge, whole Denny's meal type
Oh, my
thing.
God.
You were sleeping.
I was,
So, so that
because-
doesn't work either, apparently.
Well, it all converts to sugar. You're eating like a couple of pancakes, a sausage,
sausage is
pastry.
protein
Yeah,
bad.
that has protein in it.
Yeah. Johnny is up first at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Johnny. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So what is a great breakfast for grabbing it and getting off to school?
My kids, we either do oatmeal with fruit or some cereal with fruit, and then to offset, because there's a lot of carbs in either one of those, is like a piece of toast with some peanut butter on it, because you got to get that protein, and a glass of milk if they're not having cereal.
Milk.
The protein extends out that sugar, or it prevents the sugar crash. I've got a type 1 diabetic son, so
Oh, wow.
you really got to be worrying about, the glycemic index and how quickly that's going to hit him and how quickly it's going to come off. Because like you said, like Ryan was saying, the last thing you want to do is have him crash and then he's asleep in second period,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, bravo to you. You're really putting in the work.
Yeah,
Peanut
and
butter on toast is good. It sounds really good.
Ooh, it's
for
dry.
sure. Or cheese toast is another good option.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese toast?
Cheese toast.
Now, what are you talking about? Just like a slice of cheese melted on bread?
Yeah, I mean, I used to do it as a kid because my mom was, she was always like, well, here's the quickest thing I can make you. But the other thing is I want to say, we drive an hour in, so that's how we catch your show every morning.
Wow.
You got to put that extra time in because, it's your kid's health.
Oh, yeah. I respect
message.
that.
I understand, though, I'm not trying to shame anybody. If you don't have time, you don't have time. You just got to make the best choices you can.
Yep.
Yeah, and note to all parents, yesterday was the first day of school for my kids, and we're driving to school, and I didn't pay attention. I'm not able to get around very easily, so I didn't pay attention to what they eaten, and we're about to drop them off, and my 8-year-old says, I didn't have anything for breakfast. I go, what? You didn't have anything for breakfast? I have all these things. I don't know. I guess I'll just eat this Nutri-Grain bar for my snack at school. I was like, oh, man, that's an epic fail. First day. So sometimes you just have to grab it and get out of there if you're running behind. I guess you can pre-make some, peanut butter on toast or something and leave it in the fridge or leave it out. I don't know. Johnny, sounds like you got it down for your kiddos. Good job, Dad. Thanks for listening to us for that whole hour. You're raising them right. Have a great day from the Roula and Ryan Show. Special K, you were going to say something?
Yeah, and for a gal on the go, try Carnation Instant Breakfast.
What? A gal on the go have carnation?
Carnation Instant Breakfast.
What is carnation?
Carnation
You know that, Sam?
Instant
What is
Breakfast.
is that breakfast from the 70s?
It's a powder mix. No, even now. Do they still have it, guys?
Hold on.
It was like an envelope powder. You know, like the Swiss Miss cocoa powder, Sam?
Yes.
Google it.
Okay, it kind of looked like that,
Google
but it was a powder of carnation breakfast. It's basically like a chocolate milk or strawberry milk, or it's supposed to have some kind of protein, I guess. But
Yes.
now we're in the age of protein shakes, and I'll tell you, my favorite one is Premier Protein chocolate flavor. It's the only
Costco.
flavor I want from Premier Protein, and you can get them at Costco. We tried the chocolate peanut butter, Eric. It was a no-go. I made a smoothie for my son with it, and he goes, did you put peanut butter in here? And I said, no, it's a peanut butter chocolate smoothie. He said, I don't like this one. I go, me neither.
They're
So
expensive.
Well, at Costco, you can get a good amount of them for a good price because some are really expensive. They're like $3 a can or whatever that waxy box is.
Hey, I'm curious, Eric, growing up on the farm, what did you have for breakfast?
I can't remember. My mom worked at Kmart, so she left early. Mm-hmm. Since we were ballers, since she
So
worked
you're
at
on
Kmart,
your
I'm
own?
sure it was something good. Like cheap, probably like a mod honey buns or something crappy.
A lot of
feel-
people, guys, are texting us what James
Toast. Toast with butter, peanut butter and
Toast.
jelly.
A lot of texts are coming in about the cheese toast. Johnny's
I know
cheese
that.
toast.
Thank you. I'm trying to understand it. So
Boy,
it's
if you
just a
put a
piece
little
of toast.
if you put a little marinara on the bread before you put the cheese, you can have like a little mini pizza.
Ew.
Yeah, everyone's like, cheese toast. Yes, cheese
So
toast.
is it just
It's
like the
having a
fake
grilled cheese in the
cheese?
morning?
No, that You know,
Like slap a slice of
cheese
Velveeta
slice?
on a piece of toast, nuke it. And
I don't understand.
Maybe you put it
this.
on the toaster oven.
Ew, why would you nuke it? Toaster oven?
No, not nuke it. Gross, because you want
people
the bread
like
to be...
melted cheese.
Yeah, but the bread, you can't put bread in the microwave.
I mean, you can, but it's just going to
It's
get
real
rubbery.
soggy. It's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Never
So
tried
do you-
that, really.
I need
Did you
to
Why
try
don't you
it
just put it in the
Try
toast,
it
the
Tuesday.
toaster oven?
I
Ain't
don't
nobody got
have, I
time
have
for
a
that.
toaster
That can take
oven.
15 minutes to make breakfast. Most people are
No,
on the
toaster
go.
oven's quick. You can put on
I
broil
don't
feature.
have one though. So what am I
Okay, we
going to
gotta
do?
get that.
Girl, we
Can
gotta
you
get
air
you
fry
one.
it? Can you put it in your air fryer for like 2 minutes?
Right? I'm
I bet that'll
confused.
work. Okay, did you
Nothing
see this
cooks in
one?
2 minutes in the air fryer.
No,
Air
if
fryer
it's,
takes a long
if it's
time.
a piece of toast with cheese, I bet it does. I should go try it right now since I'm at home. I can try the
Oh,
air
air
fryer
fryer's
in the
pretty-
break.
Try
Let's
it
see what happens.
Tuesday. Try
Scoot
it
over
Tuesday.
Yeah. Sam, did you see the text at 37530 in all caps with that emoji where she's facepalm? Peanut butter is not protein.
Oh yes, I don't.
It's not?
Can
No,
you,
there's protein in
can you
peanut
explain
butter.
more?
It's not
But
peanut
it's
butter?
not the kind of protein that you're going to get from, say, like a sausage patty.
I'm just really shook right now. I'm just really shook right now.
I mean, I
Have you ever seen that?
eat a
Have you ever seen that
PB&J
corn
in the
dog looking
morning.
thing? It's a sausage wrapped in a
pancake.
like a pancake.
I saw it in the freezer section at
That can't be good for
the
you.
store.
It looks
That's
good. but-
fast to go. You know, and my question is to any of you guys, anybody listening at 37530, in the freezer section, they do have a lot of those breakfast sandwiches ready to go, like Jimmy Dean or Eggland's Best. It's like, eggs with basically little egg McMuffins ready to go or something like that. Anybody ever try
Croissant.
those and they swear by those?
Oh,
With the croissants and all that?
I used to eat them up here for a little while, but you know what? They're hard to cook unless you dissect them and put them in the toaster oven. The microwave makes them all rubbery because the egg and the bread and the sausage all cook at different
Or it's cold in the middle.
times.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the
Because I'm
sausage is
thinking
still
the egg.
cold.
Okay,
yeah,
here.
sausage sucks in the middle.
I got you guys the peanut butter info here. Peanut butter has more vitamin E than beef. It's also a great source of calcium, and it's an excellent source of dietary fiber. It has more niacin and folate. However, beef does contain more B12. So there's your.
But what,
main
we're down
difference.
to protein. Where's the word?
Where's the protein answer?
The whole thing was
They're
about
both
protein.
They're both protein.
But
Yeah,
you said
'cause
vitamin
It is
E or
protein?
something.
You said vitamin E and B and all the things.
Peanut butter
Peanut butter has more
absolutely
vitamin E
has-
than beef. Yeah.
But what about
about
protein?
The
Is there
same.
protein?
They're
I don't
both
have
high
my
in
peanut
calories,
butter
high
can
in
front of me.
protein.
Let me see this one. I got an Uncrustable in front of my
Well,
face.
beef has more protein. So if you look at a serving of beef comparable with the same size serving of peanut butter, beef has got 38% protein, peanut butter 15%.
Beef.
Look at
roast
this
beef.
thing. This grape Smucker's Uncrustable is 210 calories, has 6 grams of protein. I mean, it's better than nothing.
I made
Mary,
a PB&J, and I'm thriving over here, y'all.
Have you ever just had
Yeah,
peanut butter without the
I
jelly?
love it. I'm so glad I'm not
I like
allergic to
that.
peanuts because
Too dry?
of this.
It's not. worth
Mary's
it.
up for next before we wrap up on Food Wars, best breakfast foods before school. Hi, Mary. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I love you guys so
Morning.
much.
Well, thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. What is your answer for us, Mary, for Food Wars, best breakfast for school?
Okay, so for me, my kids do not eat breakfast on a normal
What?
day. So
What?
yes, I mean, it's weird, but don't get me wrong. I pack my kids' lunch. I have a 12 years old who is in 7th grade, and since right from kindergarten, she has never eaten school food. I pack her lunch every single day,
Good
and
for
I
you,
don't
smart
say
lady.
it's not a peanut butter and bread lunch. I cook. Like, she has a whole meal.
Whoa.
Sometimes it's right. Yes, every day. I have teachers walking up to me to say, how do you do it? So my kindergartner, she just got into kindergarten this year. Her lunch is at 10:30. So if I give her breakfast at 7 o'clock, she's not going to be able to eat her lunch if she doesn't get up till like.
See, I think you hit on
almost 12
something
o'clock.
really important there.
10:30.
It all depends on the
Yeah,
time
true.
that lunch is assigned because
That's right.
lunch can be from 10:30 in the morning, or you could be the last lunch at 12:30.
No, the last lunch in my kid's
Exactly.
school is 1:05.
Oh, my
I'm thinking,
goodness, like,
hello.
that's an
Yeah,
hour
I'm
and a half
picking them up in
before
2
school
hours.
ends.
Right.
I
So
mean,
you
I
really-
get that. My middle schoolers' breakfast is at 12:30, but she doesn't. She's more of. She's not interested. She just wants to go to school and get her stuff done and wait till
No nonsense.
lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But last year I did try to switch it up. I mean, I tried to give them breakfast because I had friends who be like, "How don't you give your kids, breakfast to school?" So we really do not have that time. My kids
yeah.
go to a charter school, so I have to drop them, and that's why they know all of Roula and Ryan show, all the programs and times. They love you guys so much.
Oh, tell them thanks.
But last year, yes. So last year, I go to Sam's Club and I buy those cheese sticks and those corn dogs that you can just toss in the air fryer. So when I'm packing up the lunch in the morning, I just put it in the air fryer, and by the time they're downstairs, it's ready. We just grab it and eat it in the car.
Good for you.
Nice.
All
right, so that's a grab and go. Corn dogs for grab and go at Mary's house.
But they'll have a great memory. When they're adults, they'll remember all that.
I don't really know what the winner is. The winner is just whatever's fast and good.
Yeah, it's not a competition.
That's the winner.
Okay.
That's the winner on Food Wars.
Eating, right?
Fast and good. That's what it is. Thanks, guys, so much for letting us know what you feed your kids in the morning or what you like to eat. Coming up next, we got lots of people who have chimed in on the show via the listener line. So if you've called us, you might be hearing yourself next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
4.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show. Everybody at this station loves their dogs. It is the dog days of summer here at KRBE.
Yep, we want to see your doggies. If you go to our Twitter/X, KRBE's Twitter/X, you can add a picture of your dog, or you go to our Facebook and you can. How's it going to work? You just click it, guys, or is it Messenger?
DM.
Facebook
direct message on
yes.
Facebook,
and then Twitter is
then
you can comment.
Comments. So we want to see your doggies, and then when you send them in, we'll feature them for the dog days of summer. And speaking of the dogs in our lives, we have some listener line calls regarding those.
Let's just start with this one, just a cute little story.
My dog's name was Chico, and I got him because my son, his first girlfriend ever, gave him a puppy and told him it was a Chihuahua, and he brings this dog home, and he calls him Chico. His name is Chico. And I'm like, Chihuahua my ass. In her prime, she weighed 87 pounds. She was a pit chow mix. But that is how my pit chow mix dog was named Chico.
The son's girlfriend says, oh, it's a cute little Chihuahua. It turns out to be 87 pounds.
Oh my gosh! You should know that as a puppy that like
That means
Chihuahuas
a
are
pit bull and a
tiny.
Chihuahua did it?
No, it says
it's a
chow.
chow.
Mix.
Oh.
You know those chows
Chows are
look like
big
those
size
lions,
with
kind of.
purple tongues.
That would be a dog assault, Eric. That's really
That's what I'm saying. I thought a 4-pound dog.
Which, by the way, when we had our friends in from Special Pals,
Yes.
I went to their website. Was it theirs or another one? I think it was theirs. Somebody had returned a doggy that got bigger than they thought.
Oh,
Adopted it
that's
when it was
so
a pupper, and it got so big, they're like, we can't. This is too big.
How
for
can you
us.
turn off your heart like that?
You want to rehome a dog because
Whatever
it got
happened?
too big.
Did we ever hear about Hermione? Did she
Hermione,
get
our
adopted?
dog
Oh, the
visitor on
dog?
Monday?
Did she get adopted?
She get adopted out yet?
I will follow up on her. I have not heard anything yet.
Let's
but
find out. She was such a sweet dog. I would have taken her myself, but my dog is 15 years old. She does not get along. She's in her very golden years right now.
Now, Becky and Melissa were up here, so if you can text us or text me and let me know. I'd love to follow up on that because we met her in here in studio on Monday for the dog days.
Remember we were talking about like dog names? How'd you get your funny dog name? This is kind of cute.
I have 3 dogs. They're all rescues. My first one, he is black and white in color, and his name is Bruiser. He was named after Elle Woods' dog in Legally Blonde. Always wanted to name one of my dogs Bruiser. And the second one is Breezy. My husband is from New Orleans, so we named her after Drew Brees. And then the last one, her name is Sandra. Because when we rescued her, she was pregnant, and so her belly was big, and she had big saggy nipples, and we were just like, you just look like a mom. So we named her a mom name, Sandra.
Oh my God.
No offense to any young Sandras out there.
No offense to any young Sanders out there.
That's like a lady's name.
If your name is Sandra, you got big, weird
Saggy nipples.
That is so wrong. That is so wrong. That is so wrong.
Hey,
I know a couple of Sandras that are fabulous.
real quick,
They
I
are
want to
ladies, though.
I want to give you like a little joke. Do you remember on Revenge how he had like the monster-in-law? She was not taken to the new girlfriend.
She did not. If you missed that on Tuesday, the mother was confronted by the son, who has gone on her Facebook and said unsavory things about his current girlfriend, like called her terrible names to her family and friends. And so the son said, I'm tired of you meddling in my life and being so rude to my girlfriend. I proposed to her. We're getting married and we're moving to California for a job
And
opportunity.
then
She was
after
like,
that,
no.
we had dozens of people calling with their stories about their horrible monster in-laws. This guy's call, it's only 5 seconds, but it's pretty funny.
You know what the difference between in-laws and outlaws are? One of them's wanted.
That's pretty good.
Wanted.
One of them's wanted.
Hey,
And apparently, somebody's not happy with a recommendation I made.
Love the show, been a long-time listener. But Ryan, man, you're letting me down. You always recommend these movies. I take the time and watch them, and they suck. My God. I watched The River Wild last night, which you said today was supposed to be good. I should have been like I was in Bird Box and put the damn blindfold on to watch it. It might have been halfway decent. Man, come on. Start watching some better movies or stop recommending them.
Now, in defense, I said that River Wild was entertaining. I didn't say it's a masterpiece or anything like that, and it is in the top 10 on Netflix right now, so I can't be alone.
did you see that Heart of Stone yet? I watched that.
Was that good?
I thought it was decent. You know,
Heart
it
of
wasn't.
Stone?
It got hammered by the critics.
If I went out and paid for it, I'd be mad.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah, but it's Netflix, you know. It comes with
for
your
free,
service.
you're not feeling well. Sit there and watch her kick ass for 2 hours. That's cool.
Who's in it? Heart of Stone.
Oh, it's Gal Gadot.
And then Gal
Gadot.
Gadot, and then that
Gadot.
what's that guy that did that movie where people loved it back in the day? They tied him up. Red Room of Pain. What the hell was that movie?
Oh, it was 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, Jamie Dornan.
How did you get that from his description?
The Red Room of Pain.
The Red
We had
Room.
talked about so much about the red, some
But
red
Erica,
thing.
you connected. I was like,
There was a
what are you
room,
talking
had a
about?
red thing,
I do really
and there was
know it.
pain.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
What? Okay.
The Red Room of Pain.
I think
This
those are
is
like 2
great.
stars.
We should do a game like that. Really ridiculous
my
descriptions
sentence,
of
yes.
movies, and then see if we can figure it out.
All right, I want to give you guys a choice between the last listener line call. You can either have Toxic Mom or How I Caught My Cheater.
Toxic Mom. I want to hear that.
Toxic Mom sounds good.
All right,
Yeah, because a lot of
Toxic
people
Mom
don't
it
get
is.
along with their moms.
All right, here we go.
My mother, she was the monster-in-law. She's always been at odds with her mom, my maternal grandma. She's hated her whole life. So when I started to get closer to my grandma, she resented it. But when I got married and moved closer to my grandma, just by happenstance, my mom she's not very nice. I haven't talked to my mom in like 4 years because she basically told me that I chose my grandmother over her. I chose my husband over her. It's everyone else's fault but hers. It's sad. I would love to have a relationship with her, but at the same time, when you have so much negativity and so much toxicity, you cut it out. I'm glad I heard today's segment because it somewhat makes me feel better that I'm not the only one dealing with a toxic mother.
You know, that's true, though. It's like anytime you're feeling alone in life and you think that you're the only one going through it, there's other people that are sharing your pain. They're going through the same thing.
A lot of
100%.
bad moms out there. All right, I'm going to switch gears from bad moms to clueless 20-somethings. There was a funny thing Eric and I had heard this morning about, I don't know who took the initiative, Eric, to go around Beverly Hills and do this. Do we know?
Jessica Palmadessa, she's a TikToker, content creator. She went around Beverly Hills asking people, what do you think the average American earns per year?
Oh, wow.
What do you think
she's
he,
asking teens. She's asking kids.
In Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Beverly, we're asking the 90210 OG kids. Here's what they said.
All right.
How much do you think the average American makes a year?
Maybe like 400K, 450.
How much do you think the average American makes a year?
I don't know, maybe like $500,000.
How much do you think that the average American makes a year?
90 to 100K.
How much do you think the average American makes a year? 200,000? 250,000?
Oh my
God.
Yeah.
I wish.
That is
He said
really
half a
out of
mil.
touch.
Okay.
The average American, $500,000.
Oh no,
Must be nice.
Can you imagine that?
We need to try this here in Houston. Ahmad, you need to go out today.
I need to
and
go out
ask
to
some-
like the Galleria or something.
Yeah, or go to
Or River
somewhere.
Oaks.
Or River Oaks. Yes.
I don't know why I said
Well,
that
just
so
think about it, though. It does depend on the area. But when you factor in all the billionaires in the country and all the people that are making like dirt, the average annual salary in America is $59,428.
Yeah.
What's the average in Houston? I want to know because it's a different.
Let's
like
find out.
the average in the States. Is there an average in Houston we can find? Because obviously people come to
That's what
different
we need.
cities because it's a better cost of living.
If Ahmad went to certain areas of the city to see, like, what do people in Jersey Village think the average is?
Right. Or like if
Somebody
you go to
in
Central
River Oaks.
Market, which is around very wealthy neighborhoods, Central Market answers might be different than somewhere in Jersey Village versus somewhere in Tomball versus somewhere in the Woodlands.
Okay, when you factor in all of
kids don't know.
When you factor in all of Houston, the average Houston salary is $60,605. The low end
Do any
being
of you guys
$33,000,
know-
high end $98,000.
Do you guys know what your parents made or what they make?
I do.
per year?
I do.
No.
I you know, it's so ironic that
you
you asked
probably knew
this.
because your dad died, but
Yeah, my
before that,
dad-
Did you know?
Not until like later in life. Towards the end of his life, grew really, really close. And he said, Ryan, when you graduated from high school, 5 of us lived in that 1,300 square foot house, and I made $25,000 a year.
Whoa.
And I supported 5 of you on $25,000 a year.
Can't do that now.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I never knew.
back
Did
then
you
is
know,
probably
Eric?
more like 45 or something.
Still, he wasn't a baller, that's for sure.
I know how much my
Eric,
parents make. I have a very open relationship with them.
So you've always known?
So you always
Even,
knew?
Like,
Yeah.
When you're like 20, like 15, you always knew?
I knew at least ballpark with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
How
always
about you,
had
Kev?
conversation.
Oh, no. I just knew that they
We had
paid
4
for
houses.
Enough to buy 5 Rolls Royce.
We had
And
a
a
beach
pony.
house. We went on
Lake house.
vacations, and they paid for my school. So I think that my architect mom graduated from Harvard was doing quite well.
He's a fantastic guy.
Yes, my dad
I didn't know. Eric, did you know? No, I don't
definitely
know.
don't know.
No.
No.
When farmers,
Okay.
you get money before, like you get
Subsidized.
$200,000, and then you use that to buy the grain and stuff. So then you take some of that money and you buy like a car for me and gas.
nice.
Like I didn't know how to pump gas till I was 21.
Because you had your own gas on the
Tank
farm.
at home.
Oh, wow.
The tank. Wow, that's
So that's the
interesting.
country.
All right, guys, coming up next, Ed Sheeran, Super Bowl halftime show. We'll talk about that in Scoop on the
I love the
Roula and
guy
Ryan
in that
show. And we'll just wait for that scoop on 104.1 KRVE.
From the big screen to the big house.
Roula and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. And, the Super Bowl performer traditionally every year makes tons of money. Because when you have a performer on stage singing a montage of their hits, you forget how many amazing hits they have.
Yeah, and then
like
people start
Rihanna.
streaming it and buying it.
Right. Or like Lady Gaga. Name all of the people. They've made tons of money. So it's a big deal to be asked to be the Super Bowl halftime show. Andy Cohen was recently talking to Ed Sheeran, and he brought that up. Here's how it went.
Would you do the Super Bowl? Do you know, there was a conversation a while ago about, I think it was when Coldplay did it, of me going on to play Thinking Out Loud, and I think that would be the only way that I would do it is if I was joining someone else. Why? I think it's an American thing. I think I don't have pizzazz. I You don't do have no, pizzazz. No, I'm you looking watch at you. Prince, you watch Michael Jackson, you watch Katy Perry, you watch Lady Gaga, you watch Rihanna, you watch Beyonce, Right. like all of these amazing performers. I'm just not that. I'm not going to have dancers on stage. I'm not going to have fireworks and blah blah. Like the Weeknd's one was all of that. Right. Like I just can't. That's not me. I don't think that anyone wants to see me do the Super Bowl either.
I do.
But well, thank you.
You're a sparkly ginger.
A sparkly ginger.
Sparkly
ginger.
I
mean, he's kind of.
it'd be cool to have him come on as a guest with someone, but
Yeah.
I guess he's
He is
right.
so-
he doesn't.
He knows his brand. I love that.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
delusional.
He knows his
He
lane.
is. He is. I mean, I think that probably somebody like him, he'd be more entertaining than, say, Louis Capaldi, who, not trying to take away from his talents, but, you go to the Super Bowl for pizzazz. You want to see something that's going to pump you up. And it'd be kind of, don't you think like a Louis Capaldi would be...
Dang, why
It would
Louis
never be
Capaldi?
that.
I'm just thinking, like, probably
today.
it'd be like the most boring Super Bowl show of all time.
I think they're equally boring.
Really boring. No, I really enjoy Ed Sheeran, but I like that he knows his lane. He's not going to have to. He's like, if you want me, I guess I could do it, but if you're going to be pretty boring, it's just me and my guitar. Okay,
He has
the other
fun
day-
songs, but
Yeah, he
he's
does
got a few
have fun
toe
songs.
tappers.
I'm not thinking it's all going to be thinking out loud tempo. I love all of Ed Sheeran's music, and I've absolutely enjoyed him in concert because it's amazing.
Plus,
how
I like
he
to see it's such an
performs
American
alone.
Super Bowl. Get a American star out there.
Artists.
Artists.
America. America.
Yeah,
America.
No gets much more American than
yeah.
the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Okay.
Do we ever have a country artist? Sorry, Roula. I just
Country
we did
artists.
Garth.
Yeah,
Did we
we've
do
had
Garth?
country.
Who?
I think we have
like,
Garth,
who's the
right?
most recent, though? And how many years ago was that? I feel like
Let's
it's all like
find
pop
out.
now.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't
Luke
been any.
Bryan was part of it, wasn't it? They didn't do a whole thing.
They
but
usually do like the national anthem or something.
That's the only thing. I feel like they never perform, though.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's such a.
I still say it's time for Pink. Pink, it's your time.
Yeah.
When is
Absolutely.
Pink going to do the halftime show? Stay
Okay.
tuned.
Let's see. Halftime show has included Clint Black, Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt, Winona Judd.
That was like in the 80s, though.
Yeah,
I don't
this
know
is old.
who any of those people
Luke Bryan.
are.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you go
while
back
you look
into the
that up-
70s and 80s. You got a lot of country performers.
No, I want to say Luke Bryan was part of something, guys, wasn't he? Did he do was he like a guest on there? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Okay, let me give
Lady
you.
Gaga.
Was it again?
He was with Lady Gaga when we were here at the Super Bowl. Remember, he did the national
Oh
anthem.
yeah.
But
That's
only
what
a
I remember.
national
You're right,
anthem,
Eric.
like a month
Not the
ago.
halftime show.
Not halftime.
Correct.
Interesting.
Okay, update to a story I talked about a couple days ago as the news came out that the blind side subject, who was Michael Orr, it was about him being adopted by the Tui family, and then he went on to play NFL and was a Super Bowl winner, suing the family for putting him under a conservatorship versus adopting him. Now, I mentioned at the time, I go, wow, that's crazy because Sandra Bullock won an Academy Award for The Blind Side. Quentin Aaron played Michael Orr in The Blind Side, and he would like people to leave Sandra alone.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. There are
Did
people
you?
trolling her that they want her to
Yeah.
give back her Oscar. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I mean, she got the Oscar for a performance, for her acting. It doesn't matter if it's fiction or reality. She got that Oscar for her performance.
What I didn't realize is that Michael Orr did not meet Quentin Aaron until 4 years after the movie came out.
Wow.
And that's the guy he played. Usually you're like, oh, I want to meet this person and get there, be like a methodical actor. Well, he's like, I don't know. I don't want to be part of that.
Rula, you know what I realized yesterday? In
What?
the movie, there's that lady that's like kind of painted as the villain because she's checking on them to make sure.
The
like,
NCAA lady.
Yes, and like
Yeah.
fast forward, it's crazy.
She was right. She
Yeah.
was kind of right. Whoops.
And they try to
Here we go. Time for the Roula and Ryan show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it is brought to you by Duncan. We've got some cruisers on the show. Eric, you love cruising, correct?
Wait, what is that?
What?
No, I mean going on cruises. I'm not talking about going down the
He
street
likes
like
trolling.
No,
I'm like,
Yeah.
Kevin, you've been on
I could
cruises.
show you a few places to cruise.
Oh, cruising like a boat.
Like cruising
Being
on
a cruise.
cruise
Being
ship.
I like going
on
on
a
cruises.
cruise. I
Okay.
thought you meant
We
like
don't-
drive-in with his like.
That's what I thought.
seat
Hey.
back, cruising, picking
Cruising-
up chicks
cruising
on
West
the
Time.
side.
No, being on a cruise. You mean like going on cruise?
Yes.
He's a cruise goer. He's a
So,
cruise goer.
If you're sailing out of Galveston by the end of the year, Carnival's newest ship, the Jubilee, get ready for a roller coaster, which is being added, the Bolt. It's called the Bolt. It's the ultimate sea coaster. It's an 800-foot electric track that'll carry 2 people per ride. The riders will control the speed of the car, which goes up to 40 miles per hour. And at its peak, riders will be 187 feet above the water line. So that'll be new to the Jubilee. I don't know. Have you
I
ever
told
been on that
Kevin
ship?
there's one called Prima from Norwegian that's coming, I believe, in November, December to Galveston. And it's a badass ship. It's new, and it has a double-decker go-kart racing track.
Oh, my God, how
And it goes
fun.
up to like 60 miles an hour.
That's like terrifying. What if you fly off the ship?
Lose control. Rule if there's one person that could do it, it would be you.
It would be me.
I mean, because
100% it would be me.
little Rule and Ryan show history, there was one time many years ago where we all went go-karting together.
The
We
last time.
The one time.
We went to an indoor go-karting place, and Eric and I are like, where the hell's Rula? She lost control of her go-kart, crashed into the wall, and the wheel came off.
And that wheel broke in half.
Sure did.
I'm like, how did she do
Dang.
that? How did you do that?
It was pretty painful. As they lauged, Ahmad, I felt like my teeth had been
Eric and I are
vaulted
dying.
in my mouth.
We're looking back, and there's Rula, and there's
"Ah."
a go-kart with a wheel missing.
Oh, that was funny. I wish we had a photo of that.
The
Oh, my
whiplash of
God.
that was bad, and it was for real. You get for real get hurt. Yeah, Kevin, does Adam Ramsey and Eric do Push and Push and Win work with that? Whiplash from the go
Kevin
kart.
Quinn has joined the agency.
Push and Win.
Push and Quinn.
He would. All those billboards that are up there. Kevin Quinn would love to see his face on that.
Insane. The billboards.
45 has like 12 in a row on both sides.
Every
crazy.
billboard they have taken over. Good for them.
Yeah.
I gotta
Eric,
say,
I'm waiting
gonna
for
give-
your face to go up there.
I keep telling him, like,
Right.
put me in the middle. Just pop up in the middle like a little gopher or something.
Be like, I spy
He's the
Eric.
creeper. He's cruising.
Yeah, very funny. Yeah. All right, coming up next, in case y'all
Did you get injured by cruising?
Uh-oh.
Flew off the cruise.
Knocked out a tooth.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, if you missed what happened on Roula and Ryan's Roses today, we helped out someone who's in a long-distance relationship. You're going to hear it next on 104.1 KRBE.